Do a little stretching. Do a little stretching for my man Forrest over here. Mic check, mic check. What?
Are you obviously if you're live?
Yeah. What's up, guys? What camera am I on? I'm on that one. What's up, guys? Today, what day is today? October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween. Speaking of which, let me take a second. What's the matter with him?
He wants to put shit in your car.
He wants to push in my car.
He wants to put buzz balls in your car.
Oh yeah, fine. Keys on my desk. You can just put them on the desk also. Sorry, children are in here. That's what happens when we're going live during actual working hours. Today is October 30th, end of the month. Shockingly fast enough. We're going to be going over smarter lead gen in real estate investing for wholesaling. I felt like standing today. We'll see how today goes. Am I on the wrong mic? Did I do it already wrong? I hate when I do this wrong. This is what happens when I have to shift around. Refocus. And we're good. What's up, guys? Today is October 30th. I'm going to start all over again because I was on the wrong mic. That's my fault. What happens when I'm a user error? Today, we're going to be going over smarter lead gen. I'm going to be going over automating cold outreach. Okay, so it's going to be a good call. As always, make sure you stop me, Q&A throughout. Real quick, before I go into anything, I want to just discuss what we got on the menu. Tomorrow is going to be our second annual charity golf tournament. 100% proceeds goes toward helping the Cowtown Warriors. I'm excited about this. It has been a long time coming. We've been talking about this for a while. We have a full team, well, a full tournament set up. Kickoff is at 8 a.m. Really excited for that. So if you are going to be there, if you're in the comments, drop it. Let me know. We have a lot of good auctions to toss out. We have a lot of good, fine bottles of liquor that we're going to be auctioning off. I have one of our systems and processes partners. I'm dropping names right now, and I can't remember names. PropStream. Sorry, PropStream. PropStream, I have a $1,200 gift basket giving out one annual year subscription. We have a paddle boat or paddle board that's going to be getting auctioned off. It's going to be a great time. So I'm really excited about that. Tomorrow, if anybody hasn't signed up, we'll drop the link somehow because I didn't put it in the comments or I didn't put it in the description. But you can go search BK Real Estate REIAF Second Annual Charity Golf Tournament. You can come and just have breakfast and lunch, right? It's an amazing networking opportunity. So if you are in Texas, you are in Dallas, come out tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing time. Today, we're going over smarter lead gen. This is for wholesaling. All right. Every time I do these, I do them live, and I like doing them live because I learn different things. Thing I found out today is we got one hell of a squeaky board. So today we're going over lead gen for wholesaling. All right. I'm going to go over automation. I'm going to go over cold outreach. As always, we're going to have Q&A throughout. Drop questions, drop comments. Let me know what you guys are currently using, what system and process you're using. What else do I have on the menu for today? Compliance. That was the word I couldn't think of. That's another thing I want to go over today. Okay. This call, or the idea for this call came from a question in Discord. They were asking about automating their outbound SMS. This way they can improve their KPIs, work less time on phones, and have better success. All right. So what a great time to have a conversation. So that was, did I lose my, no, they're up in the corner. Sorry, guys. I'm losing shit. That's what sparked today's call. I'm starting the call off with automation because that's the big ticket item. Big ticket item in ideas. This is what everybody wants. Everybody thinks about automation nowadays as AI, ChatGPT. And honestly, it's just a series of connecting different programs. It's very easy, and you can honestly lose your head very easily as well. Okay, you can get into automation and you go down rabbit holes, spend a lot of time, a lot of energy, but you're not doing anything. You're not actually doing any real work. You're not getting any success out of it. So you're burning calories just to burn calories that you're thinking are going to improve your success, that are thinking that it's going to improve your response rate or anything. And honest to God, you're just avoiding the work. But we're going to go over what to automate, what not to automate. Those are things that I'm going to go over today. Sorry, I keep on trying to reach back and make sure I don't think or miss anything. So, what are the benefits? For the record, guys, I can't spell. Sorry. So what are the benefits of automation? Right? The number one is it's going to free up time. Okay? That is your main goal with any automation. People right now want their automation to be mass texting. They want it to be easy. They want it to be an easy button. They want it to solve a problem that they don't actually have. Okay? They want it to do all. And that's not what automation is. All right? Automation is not able to do A to Z everything in the middle. It is to highlight something and then pass it off to somewhere else. It is literally a connector from one point to another. So A to B it can do, and you can have a series of A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, yada, 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 yada. Why, though? What are your goals with that? Another benefit, I'll circle back and make sure I make sense of that. So stay with me. Just stay with me here. It's making you efficient. Tell me what words I misspelled, guys. Let me know. And hopefully, if you have the correct automation, it's going to lead to higher conversions. Higher conversions in any way, shape, or form of whatever business you are doing, higher conversions is what you're looking for. You're looking to go from 20 leads per contract down to 12, down to 10, down to 8. Okay, I really want to dial in your numbers. The only way you do all this is in baby steps. I'm currently working out our entire CRM, and for Q4, we're seeing the entire Q4 and revamping everything, entire system processes, workflows, just to shake it up a little. Something always good every few years. You do it in baby steps. All right. So I wanna get into what you want to automate. What are your goals? I really can't spell today, guys. So you have to ask yourself, what are your goals in that automation you're looking for? It's to make your life easier. The problem is nothing about cold outbound touch is easy. All right, it comes down to a numbers game. The source of the question understood that. They were talking about KPIs, key performance indicators. They want to increase their numbers, and they think automation is going to do that. How can automation do that? Well, you can use tools. The number one tool for automation is your CRM. CRM is customer relationship management or manager systems, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Your CRM can be as high tech and high rewarding as you want to spend. It can also be an Excel spreadsheet. You can use Google Sheets and Zapier. Okay, and I'm pretty sure both of those you can get free accounts. And when you enter in Google Sheets or something happens, when something goes into this is if you want to do it on a less budget, right? So the budget version would do Sheets. So you're going to have Google Sheets. That'll go to Zapier. I'm using Zapier because it's one of the highest and tried and tested automation tools out there. There's a lot of different ones, okay? Zapier is really expensive when you start using it. But when you're first starting out, you can do a free. I'm pretty sure you can do a couple automations a year. There's if this, then that. So whatever that is, whatever that. If this, then that. ITT. Yeah, I can't think sometimes. That's another one. Okay, you can look at. You can look at make.com. I don't know why they use make.com. Make.com sounds like they're going to be knitting sweaters or something, but it's automation. I would use one of those three when you're first starting out. Let me know which ones you guys are using. But you can use Google Sheets and Zapier to connect them. And then once you enter in a new property, what's it going to do? What are your goals of that? All right, well, I want to update a list. And I wanted to email it. Step back. Let me go over methods first. Your methods for actual cold outreach. SMS, email, there's cold calling, and then there's the oldest. There's the oldest and tried and truest of them all is direct mail. This is going to be expensive. This one, don't do. I read on Reddit while I was coming up with content for this video or this live call conversation. There was a whole thing on Reddit where a wholesaler refused to cold call. They only wanted to do SMS blasting. What tools can you use for that? I'll give you some tools. There's launch control. You know, I'm only gonna mention launch control for the SMS side. All right, let me just do that. There are a lot of CRMs that do that as well, but I'm not going to get into this. When you're first starting out, people want to build a list. They want to be lazy. They want to create automation. They want to drop the entire list into a program like launch control, and they want to hit send, and then they want to sit back, and they only want to interact with the people that respond. Go get a job if that's what you're going to do, because you're not going to be successful. If you're a wholesaler right now and you're SMS blasting, that's your only revenue in like outbound lead gen source, and you're being successful, let me know, because I'd be shocked if you are. Bulk SMS does not work. There's no personal connection. People are blasting nonstop. Bulk, I'm going to keep saying the word bulk because there's a difference. I still believe in fine-tuning list and then reaching out to them yourselves. You don't have to have a third-party thing, right, to do some legwork yourself. The problem when you do this is compliance. That word I talked about earlier, compliance, is what bites everybody in the ass. Okay? There's A2P compliance. What's the other one? I wrote it down just so I remembered it. TCPA. When you're first starting out and you want to be a wholesaler, do you have entities set up? Do you have websites set up? Do you have terms and conditions set up? Do you have, what's the other one? Private policy. You need all these things if you want to be approved. And if you're not getting approved, you're not getting out through to anybody. To harp on to Tommy's point, you can spend so much time turning your wheels when you're first getting started in real estate and wholesaling that you think this is your saving grace. Why? Because some wholesaling clown told you that that's what he's doing. But you didn't see all the steps it took to get there, okay? When you're first starting out, SMS is a place to die. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know anybody that's doing mass SMS blasting and is being successful. They really crack down on it for good reason, too. Cold calling. Absolutely home run. How's Deal Machine working for you? Are you using their AI like they do? I don't know if it's RVM. I know ringless voicemail, but I don't know if it's actually true ringless voicemail or what you would consider it. But how's it working for you? How are the results? Let me know. That's awesome, man. All of these three are easily able. Let me use actual correct words. All of these three are the ones that you need to be doing. Okay? Email, cold call, direct mail. And then if you have somebody worth texting and it's vetted against the DNC list or the national DNC list, you're okay from your own phone. Why? Because you're doing it in small numbers. You're doing it one-off. I do not want you to go in, try to think that is going to save your life. Before I move on for these, I want to let me go over some tips for these. If you want to be successful in all of these, it comes down to being. There's a bunch of things. That's your goal. Your goal is to capture their attention fast. In the phone call, don't waste time. Don't do, oh, is this such and such and titty-tally, right? No, you have to get right into the meat of it. State who you are, you're there, yada, yada. You have a few seconds for them to disqualify you. Okay, that goes for everything. I'm going to remove this again just so I don't confuse anybody before I keep going on. That goes for the email. How do you capture their attention fast with an email? Your subject line matters. This matters more than what's actually in the email. The rest of the email can be nothing, can be hodgepodge, but these two things, the subject line and the first sentence. That's how long you have the subject, and if you're lucky enough for them to even open up the email and glance at it, you have one sentence to capture their attention before you're deleted. You're in a pile somewhere with everybody else. How are you successful? If you are going to send one email and it gets blown over because it had a shitty subject line and a shitty first sentence, well, it doesn't sound like a good campaign. So how do you improve on that? A/B test. Okay. Send the same email 5 different times. Change the subject only. Change the first line only. How hard would it be if you write 10 emails if they all had the same substance? You're only changing the first subject line and the first sentence. That's not hard. You come up with an email cadence then. Okay? So there's an actual, well, I'm not going to write email cadence because cadence goes for anything, right? There's an entire cadence and a sequence that you have to build out. If you want to be successful with cold outreach, those two right there will drastically improve your odds. Everybody gets held up on the front side of building it. You don't have to. It's not that hard. Go into ChatGPT and ask for something. Ask for it to spit you out one. Go and download our free toolkit. It's in the description, and you'll get our cadences, the ones that I created. You'll get our workflows. Cadence, sequence, another word for this that everybody likes to use is drip. Okay? If you're not using drip sequences, you're missing out. They're not hard to do. You can go on any one of these platforms that I said and easily create one. Most CRMs nowadays, so we one that we like right now, we use LeftMain, we use Salesforce. I'm not telling anyone to go out there and get me or Salesforce because it costs a fortune. Okay, but one that I'm liking right now that's trending that I know a lot of people are using is RE Simply. It comes out, it's your CRM, it comes out with the websites, it's got all of the drips and automation already set up in it. So before, when I was talking about what tools you actually need to do all this, you don't need much. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. That's the thing I'm trying to drive home today. You're never going to be successful if you think you can just be lazy and get around the world by just mass texting out people. Mass texting died in 2019. That's when it worked, and that's when it stopped working. So, emailing, same thing. You can create Google Sheets. And then our cadences, if you want, you go download them. They're actually in Google. They're in Excel that I created them in. But you can use Google Sheets and any of these to then correlate when a lead comes in, or when you have a lead, you activate it and it steps out. Wait 1 day, wait 2 days. Did it open? Did it not open? Yada, yada, yada. With that being said, to answer your question, most CRMs nowadays have them built in. And I would trust the deliverability of the CRMs than anything else. Okay? Go high level. I feel like somebody should come in here and smack me in the mouth. High level, as it's actually called. The website is gohighlevel.com, so it just stuck in my head. High level. It's amazing email. It's got amazing characteristics, deliverability, all that. With that being said, you can build outs of high level. Go high level, or high level, is the newer and significantly cheaper, in an inexpensive word, not like crappier, not in a quality sense, but in a monetized way, it is significantly cheaper than Salesforce. So I would find a build out of high level, also known as RE Simply. Okay? You want something that knows the process. Okay? Sorry. What do I mean by knows the process? Tommy, I didn't even see your answer. Yeah, we also MailChimp. MailChimp's a great resource. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Thanks, Tommy. I just got sidetracked now in my head. Workflows. Okay. If you want to be successful in real estate, you have to build out your own workflows. If you don't know what a workflow is, download our toolkit. It has our workflows that I created for our real estate investing company. Workflow is literally what happens every step of the way. It's a map that no matter what you do, you know every step of the way that lead is following a path where it's eventually going to go from lead to an opportunity. I'm just going to write opportunity. Don't try to trick myself. To a transaction. each one of these has its own path. Okay? A path being its own funnel. I didn't even think to do that, but yeah, let's draw its own funnels. Yay! Whiteboard sessions. A lead comes in. Well, right off the bat was hold on. I digress because I almost just started building out workflows for warm leads. The only difference between a warm lead and cold lead is whether or not they know they need help yet, whether or not they know who you are, and whether or not you can help them. Your whole goal with cold outbound is to convert them from cold to warm. So make sure you build your workflows out accordingly. Okay? When you're building your business, I'm not going to build out your workflows, but if you're just starting out and you're trying to get into reverse wholesaling, that's a completely different workflow than if you're trying to go out and door knock pre-foreclosure lists, right? And if you're trying to actually get somebody locked up. It's completely different than if all you're going to do is take down land deals. Every business is different. So you have to make sure that you build out your own workflow to yours, to whatever the hell you want it to be. You know, I do it along the way, obviously. Who comes in? Was it contacted? Are they unresponsive? Were they on follow-up? Are they on long-term follow-up? That's anything past maybe 90 days, right? They're just on long drips. Are they on scheduling appointments? Or, no, that's not a good one. Not scheduling appointments. I'm making this up as I'm going along. I'm trying to build out one with you. Or converted. We'll just say converted. Okay. The difference between a lead and an opportunity and transaction. A lead is an actual person or a company. This can be bird dogs. This can be wholesalers. This can be, I almost wrote wholesalers. Shout out to Max. This can be owners, sellers. Okay? The opportunity is 123 Main Street. The opportunity is a 2-bedroom, 3-bath. I don't know why it's a 2-3, but you know, it's anything, right? The opportunity is the actual transaction property, the actual property. Same thing. Once you get this lead through this workflow, and every step of the way, you have to make sure you have bells and whistles going off. Because if a lead gets, if you're losing leads here, you're never going to get down the line. Your whole job of automation and systems and processes is to force your lead through your funnel, convert it to an opportunity, cram that opportunity through another funnel. Same thing. You want to set an appointment. Offer made. Negotiations. Follow-up. Guess what? Long-term follow-up. You're going to have long-term follow-ups on leads the same way you're going to have long-term follow-ups on opportunities. Let me say, not the same way, but they are the same. You're following up for different reasons. That's the only thing that separates it, is your goal of why you're following up. You're following up over here to to convert it to an opportunity. And now you're doing a long-term follow-up to convert it from an opportunity to a transaction. Transaction. Well, let me start off with what a transaction is. This is your end goal. This is, if you're an agent, this is your retail deal. If this is your flip, this is your you're going to acquisition it. You're going to put it into a side category while you repair it, and then you're going to eventually fund it and then sell it. If it's a wholesale deal, right, this is just the transaction of the wholesale. So this can be your wholesale, a wholesale. It can be a flip. It can be a burr. Add an extra R. It can be anything, okay? The same time, though, this right here, this division is what jams up so many wholesalers, because they do all this and then they stop. And then they wait for a check to come, but it never comes because it drops out. This right here is what makes and separates a bad wholesaler from a good wholesaler, is this funnel. Why is this funnel so important? This is the underwriting. This is actually collecting your money. You make your money over here, but you collect it over here. So what's a transaction funnel look like? Let's just say for wholesaling purposes, are photos taken, right? Has it been marketed? Collecting offers? There's title. Your end buyer matters. The end buyer's finance matters. If you're doing a wholesale deal and you're wholesaling into a flipper, and the flipper is using hard money, and that flipper sucks, most flippers do, and getting with the money lender and you be getting insurance all the time, that doesn't never happen, right? That'll almost blow up this entire deal. I have seen insurance blow up entire transactions. So wholesalers didn't get paid, sellers didn't get paid, nobody got paid because the end buyer dragged their feet. It happens all the time. And if you don't have a systems and operations in place to track it the entire way, you don't know. You're just going to have extra drop balls. So, to go back to it, that's why workflows are so important. Absolutely important. For us, our workflows, I know for a fact when a lead comes in, there's multiple different places that a lead can come in. It can be from our PPC campaign. It can be from our Driving for Dollars campaigns. It can be from our cold call campaigns. It can be from our, we don't do Facebook or anything like that, JV referral deals. It can be anything, okay? But at what step, what happens each step of the way, okay? When a lead comes in, they instantly get an email out. I don't have it up here anymore, but they instantly get an email response. Hello, such and such. Thank you so much for reaching out. You filled out a form on our website if it's a warm lead, okay? Or you're attention grabbing, right? Do you want to sell your house? I want to buy cash, right? That first sentence, whatever it is. they're instantly going to get pinged. And while they're getting pinged, you're also getting notified because speed to lead matters. Okay? Speed to lead matters. And if you don't think it does, you're not in the business long enough. Okay? This speed to lead has somehow been mistaken for speed to contract. And that is not what this is. Okay? Never race to get the contract. You race to get the lead. You race to get the appointment. You race to make contact and build rapport. We're always talking about negotiations. I'm not talking about negotiations today. But your whole point in speed to lead is to get to that person and notify them who you are and why they should even be talking to you. That's it. And then figure out what their story is. Sit back and let them talk. Ask questions. I just said I didn't want to get into negotiations, but here I am about negotiations. Did anybody see the New York Yankees game? I'm going to take a sidestep. That was the most New York shit I've ever seen in my life, by the way. When the fan ripped the ball or tried to rip the ball out of the home run. Well, it was an out, but he was trying to make it a home run. God, sometimes it really makes me proud to be from New York. But I'm a converted Southerner now. Trying to think if I'm missing anything from my notes. We talked about Deal Machine already. So you can have an amazing resource just like Deal Machine. It's inexpensive. I think it's only $99. I don't know. It's part of ours. We have it, but I don't. It's somewhere around there. You have to be using it though. Okay, what does that mean? That means that every day you have to build a list. Okay. And then work the list. How are you going to work it? You're going to cold call it. You're going to text it with your own phone or using their... Okay. Let me bring you in on the little secrets. I was talking about compliance before. Why do I love Deal Machine so much? Because Deal Machine does the compliance part for you. You literally just use them. They rotate their numbers, so you don't use the same number every time. That's one of the coolest things about Deal Machine that I love. You don't get your own number. And a lot of people, well, that sucks. I want my own number. Shut up. You're in cold outbound right now. You're in branding. You're not trying to do your own branding right now. You want your own number for your branding, but not for this. For this, you want to keep on rotating numbers. Why? Because then you're going to get through to more sellers. Okay? If you're not rotating your number and you're just trying to bash through a bunch of sit there and click dial, right? If you're trying to use a dialer and just mass dial people, your number's going to get flagged instantly. And it's not going to get out to anybody. Then it's just going to get marked as spam. Every phone carrier nowadays has some form of defense against us, right? Against marketers. People pay for it. It's a simple app. So you have to get around it some way or one or another. Deal Machine is an amazing tool for that. The email, the beauty of cadences, okay, is it's going to do all three things at once. Is what it should do, okay? You want it to email if you're doing whatever your three are, okay? You should do this in a systemized way that every, wait 3 days, let's just say, or 2 days. So day one, I'm going to email them, I'm going to call them, and I'm going to write them an actual little letter, and I'm going to mail it out myself. Okay, why? Because it's cost efficient. Then I'm going to wait 2 days, and then I'm going to call them again. Okay, and then you're going to wait 2 more days. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to call them again. And just, that's it. There's no going around that. That pattern is how you have to work every lead, warm or cold. You can change the channel right now. You can go to somebody live that's cold calling and working warm leads and trying to work speed to contract and gimmick on it. But in all honesty, this is the follow-up process. You always hear the money's in the follow-up, and you want to know what it looks like? It's just that. You're going to do this for 90 days, and then it's going to change. This number is the thing that's going to change. This is going to change from wait 2 days to wait to 7 days to wait to 14 days, right? Gotta love it. Rack my head. I'm trying to step over my tongue. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was anything I missed, anything I didn't go into other than actual system. I know I didn't pull up any actual systems and show anything behind the scenes. There's a million different videos out there. You want to find them and pick and choose your best. The whole thing I wanted to stress tonight was the fact that bulk data is dead. You don't have to overcomplicate your life to improve your KPIs, okay? I have literally spent more time creating automation than the automation that I was creating was going to solve my problems, okay? And then at the end of it, you're like, wow, I was just wasting time. You end up working the problem, not the solution. Trying to think if I have any last minute things while I'm standing. I'm also not used to this standing thing. This is different for me. It's different. It's not the same for me. Guys, I know this is a crash course for me. I've been off, quote unquote, off from lives for about 2 weeks now. So it's been fun to get back into the swing of things. Tomorrow we're gonna have our golf tournament, so I won't have a live or anything like that. And then Friday, I'm supposed to be filming secretly with somebody. I'm really looking forward to it. So we got a bunch of things coming up. So if anybody needs anything, join our free Discord. Link is in the description. If anybody needs anything, help with closing deals, title problems, or anything, drop a comment. Let us know. Until next time, peace. I don't know if I like this. I'm not sure if I like the standing thing or not. I got to get used to it. But